This vessel was originally designed to fly by Eve and then fly by Moho. That was it. That was the end of it. It did that. These two contract parameters are green in the planetary flybys strategy from the Strategia mod. And then I was going to launch another vessel to head off towards Duna to complete the flyby 3 different planets part of this until I recognized that, oh my gosh, I got to use the same vessel to go by 3 different planets. So since then, I've been manipulating this thing, trying to get it to Duna with the small amount of delta V that it had left. And right now we're in a situation where let's see, do I need to, I have things pretty much turned off. Okay, there we go. We have recently left Eve's sphere of influence. We're right around here coming up to this maneuver. And if you look, this maneuver is adjusting this orbit. We are intersecting Kerbin here, doing a flyby of Kerbin, and that is a Duna intercept. So I actually do have a Duna intercept all plotted out here. Now, before we get too excited, and what's actually really nice, it's doing it all in one go. That doesn't have to do multiple orbits. But before we get too excited, I want to draw people's attention to a couple of things. Number one, this burn that I'm doing right here is 135 meters per second, and there's only 153 meters per second left in this vehicle. So not a lot of wiggle room. Only 8 meters per second left once this is done. And as well, there is another maneuver. One of these is a dummy maneuver, and the other one's a real maneuver that tweaks this a little bit more, and it's like 3 or 4 meters per second itself. So it's gonna be tight, and there's always the possibility, because I do have Kerbalism installed, that we can get an engine failure, we can get a probe we can get any kind of critical error that might happen. Oh my gosh, I just gotta like a look at this fuel. It scares the heck out of me. So this, I think it's a coin toss whether this thing is actually going to get to Duna or not. I will say, at the conclusion of the last episode, what was happening is I was getting some close encounter indicators here around Kerbin that I was really, really struggling with getting them together into an actual encounter with Kerbin. And I couldn't figure out what it was, and I was getting really frustrated, and then I ended up just kind of abandoning it. I just went, nope, I got to figure this out some other time. And then after the stream, I got in here, and I right-clicked on the close encounter indicators, and they were like 73 years in the future. I don't know why it was predicting them so far into the future. It wasn't on this current orbit. It was like multiple orbits into the future. And that's why every slight change I made down here had them jumping all over the place, and that was my frustration. And then I ended up putting in a dummy maneuver. And once I put in the dummy maneuver, it goes, oh, you want the encounter this orbit. And then all of a sudden I was able to put a prograde burn down here, which is changing the period of this so I can affect this encounter, and working in the same way as I've done my previous Eve encounter already. And we're going to do a Kerbin flyby and gravity assist and get out here. Hopefully get out here towards Duna. So there was something funny and glitchy going on with the game. I do kind of apologize for that. There's also other fun things that are happening. If I click over here, and you see all these sort of wrench icons on the side, these are all malfunctions that are happening in probes that I've already previously launched. Now, many of these I couldn't care less about, and if they're red, it means it's a critical failure. This thing you can't get it back up to 100% anymore. But if it's yellow, that means that it's something that can be malfunctioning, that can malfunction, or that is malfunctioning and can be fixed. That's what I'm trying to say, if you get an engineer out there. And some of these are on relays that are about the moon. And so something to think about for the future is perhaps getting some Kerbals out towards these relays and see what we can do. One of them's got a critical error. I'm not sure what's up with that. But that's because we've been doing this for so long. This is now 3 years, 205 days into its mission that we have been with this particular vessel. I'm also thinking about these relays. They were put in orbits of identical period within the second, but with 3 years and 205 days having gone by since then, it might be interesting to look at them and see how close they are to their close they are to their original positions relative to each other. But anyway, what we got coming up right now is we have this maneuver coming up now in just under a minute. Let's get this out of the way and see if we can not get this thing out to Duna anyway. It's a coin toss as far as I'm concerned. I'm very, very concerned about fuel. Oh, I will say one thing I botched. A mistake I made. I won't call it a botch, but well, let's watch the burn and then I'll explain my mistake. My mistake I made at the end of the last stream that did cost me way more fuel than it needed to. So anyway, where are we at here? 8 seconds to go. Go, 3, 2, 1, and go. Using up almost all of its remaining precious fuel for this one burn. Oh, it's just absolutely terrifying. Boop, there we go. And burn is complete. Get rid of the node. I actually wrote a really simple program. I just did this last night. Run align to the normal vector. I put in an N to align to the normal vector, and what this thing does, because every time I finish a maneuver I have to realign this for the solar panels, and so all that does is it does that, and it says hit delete when you're happy with its delete, done. There, that's rather than me manually moving this to align those solar panels for the sun, and it pays attention to it's actually it's more pay attention to its latitude to decide how to orient itself. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about my error here. I'm gonna have to tweak this orbit. I can see because I've lost my Duna encounter here. My error was at the end of the stream, or towards the end of the stream, I tweaked my orbit to be in the same plane as Kerbin's orbit. And that was an error for 2 reasons. Number one is it completely wasn't necessary. If you watched me while I was when I was doing my Eve flyby, I never matched planes with Eve's orbit. It's not necessary. All you need to do is get a crossover. So I spent more than I had to there, but moreover is the burn that I just performed was pretty close here to periapsis, as was the plane change maneuver. I did those 2 maneuvers within minutes of each other. I could have combined them into a single burn, and that would have saved me a fair amount as well. So I could have significantly more than the 18 meters per second I have left, but I do not. Okay, let's get to this maneuver, and we got to re-establish our Duna encounter. I got me a feeling I should be able to play with just the timing of this. I'm hoping. It needs to be adjusted a lot. I want to get this apoapsis out further, I can tell. That doesn't get it out further. That's getting it out further, and that's not. Okay. So let's see here. We'll focus in on Kerbin. We do have our Kerbin encounter, so we will be going by Kerbin again. We need to get a little bit more of a kick from Kerbin, so that means I need to come in a little bit closer. Let's get that maneuver again. I'm hoping retrograde gets me closer. And if it's not, I hope it's not much of a change that gets me closer. No, retrograde's moving me further. Again, let's play with the timing. I always like to play with the timing first. How close can I get just with playing with timing? Rather than adjusting. Oh, that's getting it further again. Okay, that's about as close as you're going to get. Alright. A little closer. Okay. Again, we're looking for a Duna encounter. It was there a bit ago. I cannot afford to spend much on this burn. Oh, here we go. I can see it. Need to reestablish that. Like, overdid that. Coming back. Little tiny adjustments is all it's taking. And any kind of flyby of Duna will do. It does not have to be... Come on. Oh, why won't you? You're so close. I have this adjusted to 0.01 meters per second. Oh, I probably need to get... Yeah. Nope, nope, nope. That was a mistake. Let's see here. I'm looking at where this ascending and descending node are, and I can tell what's my relative inclination. My relative inclination with Duna is not like it's a lot. That's really not making a difference. So we can get that relative inclination as low as we can just with the timing. Oh. There. Relative inclination with Duna is 0 now. Come on, baby. Come on. Okay, might need to do... I just really want to... Oh, there it is. 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 There's my encounter. 5.5 of my precious 18 meters per second left. If I can get this, the probe can then fail after this, and I don't care anymore. Because I think even a dead probe will count. Let's take a look at our encounter with Duna. Again, any flyby will do. I do get bonus points if I happen to hit Ike at the same time. So, I mean, it'd be... See if we can get this as close as we can. Putting that down as low. Oh, any change here causes it to go away. Like the slightest adjustments. A little bit adjusting of timing. All I want to do is come as close as I can, and that will minimize. I think I need to stop playing. I mean, that's not bad, and the chances of me actually doing this, burn this precisely, is pretty much 0 anyway. So again, just to sort of explain what we're doing, where is our maneuver? This is our yes. I don't know anymore. No, this is our maneuver here that's tweaking our encounter with Kerbin, and then that's going to put it into this orange orbit, which is going to hit Duna around here. This maneuver is actually a dummy maneuver that's not doing anything, that's forcing all these encounters to be on the current orbit, which is the orbit that I want. Now, I am going to do a quick save, because I completely do not trust my time warping now. I'm going to turn off all the science, because I think electricity is going to be a premium once we start heading out towards Duna's way. And oh, I guess we'll just start time warping. So let's center this on the sun and time warp to this maneuver. Actually, before I go any further, I want to reduce this thrust limiter. I noticed that the timing, oh my gosh, it's going to have to go really small. I'm honestly considering maybe doing this burn manually. I think I can do it better manually than I can. We'll see. All right, let's get out there. Maximum time warp. We are leaving Eve's orbit behind. We're coming all the way over here. I see more problems with solar panels on relays and everything like that. Notifications coming up. You might have some fun stuff to have to fix when this is all done. Oh, my time warping stopped for some reason. Probably just... Oh, more solar panel warnings. I've turned off a lot of the warnings. I've just not turned off all of them. Maybe I should. Really, maybe I should. Oh, we're talking about hibernating that probe. I see James. I don't know. Does the... I gotta check if hibernation works with Kerbalism. If you can hibernate that probe and put it to sleep. I'm not convinced I can. I know with the experiments not running, electricity won't be an issue. Electricity might only be an issue if the experiments run. So I'm really, as long as the experiments are off, electricity is not going to be an issue. Now what I think I am going to do this one completely manually. And really, it's my Duna encounter that I'm the most concerned with. I'm going to do this manually and do it very slowly. And I'm going to do it from here. So I want to see if I still have the Duna encounter when this is all done. If I have the Duna encounter when this is all done, we're golden. We are golden. Okay, I gotta get ready. Here, let's start thrusting now. I'm thrusting a little early. Because I'm just gonna take it real slow. Really slow. Timing is not critical. But I can see my orbit coming up there, and I'm just gonna get ready to kill it. Let's really slow. I want to do this. Okay, I'm cutting it. Close this. Select Duna as a target. Oh, that's so close. Let's see if we can get this to work. I really want this to work because the alternative is going to be... That's... Whoa. See, if before Kerbin, I can seriously, with very little change, very little adjustment, seriously change my... There. Okay, now, where is Duna? Okay. We're going to get this to work if it bloody well kills me. Go to maneuver 2. We're going to pop this ahead of orbits until we get that close. There we go. Back to maneuver 1. Oh. It's so painfully close. There. Oh, except this burn is in the past. Okay. And what I think I need to do... Put this here. You can see, like, tiny adjustment. What I think I need to do... Like, just the process, sorry, of moving around the... moving around the probe is affecting the burn. It is in a prograde and anti-normal direction. Sorry. So it's got to be between the prograde and the anti-normal. Somewhere around here. See, it's negative 0.06 in the anti-normal. And 0.03 in the... this is useless. Okay, I'm going to get rid of the node. I'm going to turn this down to the absolute limit of how far that can go down. 0.5, you dummy. 0.5. There. And then what we're going to do is just burn in this direction until... Please bring this closer. Doesn't... I think this... Oh my gosh. Oh, no, I've overdone it already. I went too much the other way. Let's go back. This is so finicky. I want to get that relative inclination down to 0. There it is. Okay. Add a maneuver. Pop it ahead into the future. Come on. 1, 2. Nope, that was it. Now let's take a look at that second maneuver. But now that the oh, that was way too much of a change. Come on, you stinker. There. Oh, I was adjusting maneuver 2. I didn't want to adjust maneuver 2. Shoot. Shoot. 0. Maneuver 1 I need to adjust. I hardly have any. There. I want this, I want this, I want this. I'm calling it, I'm calling it. There it is, there it is. Okay, come on, let's see if we can do this. So 4.6 meter per second burn right after we go by Kerbin. Should get it. Okay, I don't know. Let's run that alignment back to the normal vector again. So we're gonna go back to Kerbin. Once try again. Let's add in a maneuver for that sphere of influence change. Why is that? Yeah. Okay. Get to here. I am bound it because I don't want to build something else to do this. Trying this again. Oh, I got asteroids showing up. Why are you? I don't want to see asteroids. Go away. All right. So once again, we're going to fly by Kerbin. This time I know Kerbin's coming at us out of the sun. Okay. Make that SOI change. There it is. Add a maneuver for when we leave Kerbin. Oh, I can see Kerbin there. Just, it's really in the sunlight. I'm going by Kerbin. Boom again. I really want this to work. I'm going to quick save before I do this next burn. Okay, we're going to leave Kerbin's SOI. I'm just watching the Navball for the SOI change. Alright. Let's put a little bit of thrust on this. Not that much. Okay. All right, and I'm gonna quick save. I have this 4.6 meter per second burn. It's an 11-second burn, and it should be, yes, getting my Duna encounter into the future. Let's again focus this view on Duna. And I don't want to get... I know it sounds funny me saying this. I don't want to get too picky, but the closer this is to being in the, the closer to Duna this closest approach is, the more this burn doesn't have to be completely 100% perfect. Okay. And this time I'm going to trust the script rather than me. That probably is a better idea. So quick saving once again. Getting to the burn. It's in 9 days. Boy, not really. Okay. Taking its time. Okay. Yeah. I think manually saving it. If I wasn't so tight for Delta V, if I didn't do that one dumb thing at the end of, well, I've done many dumb things. Let's face it. Okay, let's run the X-Man script. And we're going to trust our script. Please don't let me down, script. Time warping here a little bit. Doing this type of... I tell you, it's going to be a long time until I do another interplanetary mission. If I get this one done, I am so been there, done that with interplanetary stuff for a while. Okay, here we go. Doing the burn. One. Okay, we'll put it right down to 0, 0. I should trust my script, shouldn't I? Okay, let's go out. Delete the maneuver. I see an intercept. Let's delete. Yes, this one maneuver is a dummy maneuver just to get it on the right orbit. But I see an intercept. I'm not gonna touch it anymore. I'm gonna live with, I don't care. I'm fine with that. Maybe I don't know. No. Stop it. Don't touch anymore. Let's run the alignment and get this back onto the panel for solar panels. I do like that little script that I just wrote there. Beautiful. There we go. Okay, and delete. Okay. That's ended. I'm going to turn off KOS because I don't need that. And now this encounter, just to sort of put this is 4 years and 16 days into the future. So let's add. Can this see it that far in the future? It cannot. So we're gonna time warp to my dummy maneuver node that I put in here just to get the encounter to be on the right orbit. And we're going to center this on the sun. We're going to quick save once again. Oh, 4 more years. 4 more years. Oh my gosh. The alignment script, is that in my GitHub? I just got asked, PX Delta asked that. And the answer to that question is no, not yet. Because I actually put in a final tweak about an hour before the stream. But I will put it there. It is, you know what, while this is doing this, can I look? Yeah. Let's show it to you because it is uber tiny. It's not much. There we go. We can edit it from here. Edit. Align. Here. There's the whole program. It is not big at all. There. My time warping stopped. I just noticed that. Yeah, still got 2 years to go, so let's keep going. There's the whole program right there for the for that alignment script. So all it does, turns off the SAS. I have 2 modes I can do. Normal mode, which is what you just saw, and dorsal mode, which puts the dorsal, the top part of the craft, I hope people know what I mean by dorsal, pointing northwards, and that would be for if you have radial solar panels on there that deploy. That's for that part of it. So if the orientation is dorsal, it just simply puts the heading on whatever your latitude is minus 90 degrees, and otherwise it will put your heading on whatever the latitude is, period. And that's what puts it on the normal vector, if you just do it with your latitude. Oops, it stopped again, didn't it? Yep. That's the whole program, really. That's the guts of it right there. The rest of here is just some print statements with some instructions to the user, including to press delete when you're done. And then here I have to set ch. It's just a variable I created to represent the character put into the terminal, to represent whatever char is put into the terminal. That's input colon get char. And then if ch happens to be the delete right key on the keyboard, we're done. So it just waits until I hit delete and puts the SS on, and then that's it. That's the whole program. So there you go. I will put that on the GitHub though. You know, and if I designed this ship for this, I would not have nearly as many headaches as this. Remember that this thing was only designed to ever go to Moho. Time warp stopped again. Uh-oh, solar panel malfunctions, but we can still repair it. Yeah, good luck with getting a Kerbal out to here. This was a solar panel malfunction on here. Okay, we are on our way. And actually now this is just again stopping at this maneuver, but then we should be simply straight out getting to Duna. Still have 8 meters per second left. Oh, the other reaction wheel malfunction on the Evoho. So this might be the end. I think I was just considering maybe I should tweak. Here, we're just about to come to this maneuver. Maybe I should tweak this thing. Tweak that encounter just one more time. Try and see if I can get an Ike encounter. But I think my last reaction wheel has just gone. So delete that. I will need alarm clock. Let's add for the SOI change. Why is there still a maneuver kicking around? SOI change in 336 days, is that right? Just want to make sure. Yep. But I think both sets of reaction wheels are now busted. Malfunction on that reaction wheel. Malfunction on that reaction wheel. So I think there's a gimbal on this engine. There is not a gimbal on this engine, so I have no means of attitude control. I think this thing is officially kaput. The science should still work, and hopefully the communication will still work. But I don't have the ability to adjust its attitude or its trajectory anymore. That's not true. I could fire off the engine and have it go in whatever direction it happens to be pointing right now, but I don't think that's particularly going to be a good idea. I don't want to mess up what I've already got. No, I didn't revert a malfunction. I reverted back to before Kerbin because I realized after Kerbin I didn't have the delta V to affect my trajectory enough, but I knew I would have if I did the burn before Kerbin. So it wasn't a revert to fix a malfunction. It was a revert to retry fixing this trajectory. Because by Sconnet, if I had any chance of being able to do this, I was going to do this. More failures on moon relays. You know what I should make the very first thing to do after this is just... Oh my gosh, I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited. Here comes Duna. Here we go. Oh my gosh, that was way, way too much work. Way too much work to do in a live stream, that's for sure. Okay, let's get to our ship. Alright, so that's our alarm, our 1 minute warning before crossing into Duna's SOI. I do not know where Duna is. We probably are coming below it, I think. Oh, there it is. There's Duna right there. It's within sight. Let's time warp till we cross the SOI and please... Planetary fly, it's all gone green. There is a bit of a science bonus if I can also fly by Ike, but I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. That contract is now complete. That strategy has been cleared. I can now pick up other strategies. That was the other issue with that strategy is what was I going to say? It prevents you from picking up other programs. So while that flyby strategy was in play, I couldn't pick up other programs, like, for instance, to explore Minmus or any of that kind of stuff. I know, we're not coming that close to Duna, but a flyby is a flyby nonetheless. Oh, science! Oh my gosh, what am I doing? There's science. There's science. I was so excited about this, but I do have the site experiment. Might want to watch electricity. Electricity is going down. I also have the light experiment, the radiation scan, the telemetry report, and that. None of those are doing anything. So let's just run the site experiment. That's my own stupidity. There we go. And we are not quite generating enough power. I have one busted solar panel here, but it's away from the sun, so that's good. See how it's highlighted in yellow? The busted one? Shoot. So this thing can still do science. Let's keep doing science. At least until the electricity runs out. Actually, it's taken a long time for the electricity to run out. Coming under Duna. Getting a nice look at its south polar ice cap. Yeah, this electricity is going to die. This was never designed to be this far away from the sun. Batteries are almost empty. Yes, I know. We're going to run you dry, my friend. We're going to run you dry. Actually, what I should do, shoot. I'm sure I got... Yep. Actually, no. Hang on. Never mind. Keep running this experiment. I was about to say I shouldn't run it dry because it's still got to transmit, but once the experiment is done, and it will be once we exit Duna's SOI, it won't be running anymore, and then it should charge back up again. Bye, Duna. Where are we? Not quite. Yeah, electric charge is gone. Let's get out of Duna's SOI. Here we are, we're back. And now it's charging again. Right? Because if I go back to here, that experiment can't run anymore. So now it'll charge. And it has picked up a whole ton of data, and it will just simply transmit that over time. So, good job, little probe. Good job. Nice, nice, nice.